Hello everybody, welcome back to It's Whatever. Today I'm going to be showing you how to throw screwdrivers, butter knives, and maybe a kitchen knife, all with no spin and half spin throwing. So let's get started. Alright, so throwing no spin screwdriver. Alright, you're going to want to hold the screwdriver like this, with your finger holding down on the front of the handle. Most of the time when you're throwing a no spin knife, you want to just hold it flat, and as it comes off your hand, your finger slides along the back of the knife, holding it down, making it fly into the target straight. Alright, but for this, since the handle's all knobby, hard to get a smooth release off of it. So what I like to do is I like to hold it, alright, like this, so that you're pinching, basically you're holding this with this finger, you're holding the knife into the back of your hand, sort of pinching it. And when you release it, it's going to come forward, and you're going to let go of the screwdriver, and then your finger is going to hold the back of the knife down until it pops off. And your release is going to be a lot sooner than you would with normal throwing knives. Alright, so here you go. And when you throw screwdrivers, if you're going to use a Phillips head, I'm using a flat head right now. If you're going to use a Phillips head or anything that has a rounder, thicker tip to the screwdriver, it's not going to stick in as well. It's going to bounce off a lot. So I would recommend using a flathead screwdriver to get started. Alright, so now, half spin. It's the same as throwing a half spin knife. It's a little bit harder to hang on to. But again, thumb on top, all right, and preferably with the flat part, your thumb's going to come off like this. You throw and just control the spin to do one half spin into the target. It's a lot easier to get the hang of this one than it is the no spin. So throwing butter knives, all right, or kitchen knives are going to be really close to the same as throwing any kind of throwing knife. You're gonna hold it the same. You're gonna release it the same. If you want to learn how to throw no spin, I did a different video on throwing no spin throwing knives. If you want to go watch that, I'll have that linked above somewhere or in the description. So go check that one out. Here's what happens when you throw a kitchen knife. This is a cheap kitchen knife, all right. First throw I did, it broke the tip off. It went into the target, hit, had a little bit of sideways momentum, and just snapped it off. Then I'm like, oh, I'll throw it again, see if I can get the broken off tip to stick into the target. So I threw it again, it hit on the handle, it was a bad throw, and just completely shattered the handle off. So if you're gonna throw kitchen knives, this is what's gonna happen. All right, butter knife, no spin. All right, so I went to go pull the knife out of the target, okay, and it broke in half. So if you're gonna throw any kind of kitchen knife, butter knife, they will break, and they'll break pretty darn fast. So just remember that. Onto the kitchen knife. Let's see if this withstands a couple throws. Alright, so it did take me a couple tries to get this one to stick. And you can see that when I did, the knife got shorter. The handle shoved up, broke off, and shoved up onto the knife further. So now it's a little bit shorter. So if you're going to be throwing kitchen knives, they're going to break. Alright, half spin. Alright, so half spin, screwdriver, broken, half broken steak knife, and butter knife. Here we go. All right, this is really interesting. That last throw, all right, it stuck in, tweaked, and bounced back out and bent the tip of the knife over. Let me bend it back and do it again. All right, so that's it. If you want to throw butter knives, screwdrivers, or kitchen knives, I would recommend screwdrivers because kitchen knives and butter knives, they break really easy. So it's actually pretty hot out. I will get back into black powder stuff in the fall when it cools off and it's not 100 degrees out anymore. And we'll do more ballistic gel tests and different stuff like that. Fun stuff. Okay, so I have a second channel up. It's Caleb's Classic Cars, where I do what I do best and work on cars. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link for that in the description. Also t-shirts, which you can see has some oil stains on it because I was using it when I was working on the cars. T-shirts for sale. First link in the description. And we'll see you next time. Oh my goodness, that one was loud.